According to witnesses, Taliban fighters waded through crowds on Saturday and fired shots into the air as a group of women demanded their freedoms are guaranteed under the new regime. The Taliban has broken up women's rights protests in Kabul by firing shots into the air and using tear gas and tasers, witnesses have said. Women marched through the Afghan capital for a second day in a row on Saturday demanding their freedoms are guaranteed under the new Islamist regime. The demonstrations began peacefully with a number of women laying a wreath outside the defense ministry in honor of Afghan soldiers who died fighting the Taliban. But as their shouts became louder, Taliban fighters waded into the crowds to ask what the women wanted. Social media footage then shows members of the special forces firing guns into the air to disperse crowds. One witness told Reuters that they also used tear gas and tasers to get the women to flee. A demonstrator who gave her name as Soraya claimed that the fighters hit women on the head with a gun magazine and the women became bloody. One prominent protester, 20-year-old Maryam Nabi, defended her right to protest, saying, "We're here to gain human rights in Afghanistan. I love my country. I will always be here." She has previously run a women's organization and is a spokesperson for Afghanistan's Paralympic team. "I am the voice of the women who are unable to speak," she said. "They think this is a man's country, but it is not, it is a woman's country too." The Taliban has repeatedly promised to uphold women's rights since seizing power last month. But many Afghans and international observers are deeply skeptical, with reports of fighters already breaking their pledge. Afghan women gathered during a protest march for their rights under the Taliban rule in the city of Kabul, Afghanistan, Friday, September 3, 2021. In one example, a group of Islamists whitewashed murals on Saturday, including ones that promoted healthcare and praised foreign contributors. They were replaced with slogans congratulating Afghanistan on the Taliban's victory. Its Cultural Commission spokesman, Ahmadullah Mataki, tweeted that the murals were painted over because they are against our values. They were spoiling the minds of the Mujahideen, and instead we wrote slogans that will be useful to everyone, he wrote. Meanwhile, the Taliban claims to have taken Afghanistan's last remaining province Panjshir in the northeast of the country. Rebel forces insist they have managed to push back fighters, but the Islamists say they have taken 4 of 7 provinces already.